Hey everyone, I wanted to send a message to President Obama, and I really want to say that you have been a really great inspiration. From the point of your travels this year, I've been really paying attention and watching you to really just see how and where you went in your whole life this year. And I really am inspired by you. I really am. Um, I seen when you went to Israel, to the tombs of Jesus Christ, to even going into the situation of bringing a meeting with Africa, and then going from there to the economy, even the gun law violence act that you're working on, and knowing that you're having problems with NRA. I give you mad props for that. I give you mad props for that because a lot of people think it'd be like Revolution, and if you've never seen Revolution and everything else, then you don't even understand where I'm going with this. People think that the government is trying to take over their lives, and if they don't get to have their little guns, then oh my god, they're powerless. And if they're powerless, then they don't get to be able to protect themselves. But let me tell you something. There are many ways to protect yourself without having a gun. And even if NRA hears this, I really don't care. And everybody says that, oh well, where you been and where you came from, you don't really have good morals. You don't know me, and you can't judge me because on the whole situation, it really doesn't matter what you think or where you're coming from. Your opinions don't matter to me because I have protected myself and I've had guns pulled on me and still protected myself. So if you don't like my opinion about guns, then you shouldn't be watching this video. Um, and on the whole aspect of the situation, I really admire President Obama with working back on the economy and putting back the influence of the economy. Because in the whole aspect, we need the economy more than anything. I think a lot of these things are distractions otherwise. And I really don't understand why we keep jumping around on topics when we really need to be working on the economy and also seeing that our debt is like, come on, our debt. Think about it. It's already in the trillions. Okay? It's in the trillions. It's in the trillions. And I really look up to Washington, D.C., and I look up to being, I admire them, and I really have a great aspect about their whole situation. The government is not bad, as people portray it to be. The government's not trying to take over. The government's not trying to come over and go all revolution on you. That's just your own persona of the government. At one time I used to think the government was bad because I've listened to everybody else and say, well, there's a lot of conspiracy, there's a lot of thinking about it. But our forefathers placed into the government to be able to help people, to be able to pull themselves up, to be able to look into the situation and better yourself, not to always be the streets, as I've been paying attention to a lot of aspects because I came from the streets. So, with that being said, I elevated myself, got educated, and evolved from what I used to be. It's not what you were, it is what you are now. Are you going to always be from the streets? As even now, as I'm watching and paying attention to this whole situation right here. Now I come straight through that door, my business. This is my bedroom right here. By age 18, Tip was hustling full time. But it didn't take long for his life of crime to catch up with him. In 1998, Tip was arrested on charges of felony distribution of crack cocaine. I'm not the only one that's been in trouble, and I admire T.I. for that. He is a great inspiration to pull himself out of that and to be able to elevate himself and not be the person that he used to be. We all have past. We all make mistakes in our life. But it's what we do to better ourselves and to regain ourselves and to be something that we're not anymore. And that's what I admire about T.I. I look over to all the famous people as well, and you know what? If that's what you guys cannot understand or see, people do change. People do grow up. That's what, being evolving and changing is. That's what moving forward is. It's not moving backwards, you know? That's what I admire about these people. We all go through changes. We all go through mistakes. But it's time. It's really time to make a change in this world. Because